live. Today, usually we do a little bit of Petra painting. That'll probably return next week. Yeah, because I usually do, but I wanted to switch it up a little bit. So today we're going to be doing snake facts. I made a little background and everything. Hope you like it. So while we wait for everyone to, here is the lady of the hour. Why are you sitting so weird? There we go. There might be a little bit of background noise because I do live with other people, but you might just hear some water running. I say this sometimes, and that's really... There she is. Say hello, Petra. Okay, so let's get into it. First step, I have a little note sheet with some stuff I wrote down. So, for our snake facts today. Okay, so one that I usually get asked is, do snakes have... Hi, welcome. A question that I often get asked is, do snakes have emotions? They do, not like humans obviously, but they feel fear, security, kind of like they really can't feel like love, but they can feel comfortable, stuff like that. Like obviously you could see that she's not kind of running, she's just sitting here enjoying herself. Right, Petra? Okay, so we have another fact. Ball pythons ball up when they're, that's where they get their names from, the ball python. I've also seen her kind of ball or curl up when she sleeps. Most snakes do that, but I guess some may kind of lie down and stretch out. Right, Petra? Petra personally sleeps curled up like a ball, or she just kind of like sits on her hammock. Well, sit in quotes. Not really, because you don't have any legs. You can't sit. Where are you going? She really likes this sequin pillow because she can like get a good like itch on it. Well, as you can see she's doing right now. She's rubbing herself on the pillow. Does that feel good, Dra? She might be a little itchy. Got itch. Where are you going? Oh, there's the face. She loves exploring in these pillows that I have set up here. Okay, so here's our next question because it's Snake Facts Live. Can snakes swim? Most snakes, to my knowledge, what are you doing? She's playing with the pillow over here. Most snakes can actually swim, and ball pythons, or at least Petra personally, really enjoys the water. What are you doing? I'm just gonna move this so you guys could see her a little better. Ma'am, where are you going? When they are first born, they roll up as a ball. Oh, that's super cool. I didn't know that. Go over here. I don't know why you're hiding in the pillows. It's so silly. Yeah, so she personally really likes the water. I'm not sure if that's all ball pythons, but a lot of the ball pythons that I've seen enjoy the water. Next fact. Do all snakes lay eggs? The answer is no. While most snakes lay eggs, and that's typically what is seen, I got so many tongue flicks, and that's typically what is seen, some snakes do have babies instead of eggs. Hello, Petra. Nice thing. This is kind of a commonly known fact, but I just wanted to say it anyway because it's still cool. Snakes smell with their tongues. They smell with their tongues. Well, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth so it's a little bit more interesting. So snakes do smell with their tongues, widely known fact, like I said earlier. That's okay if you don't know that, and that's why we're here, so we could teach you guys some stuff if you don't already know. And if you do know, just stick around, because it's fun. Yeah, so they smell, as Petra is demonstrating right now, by flicking their tongue and gathering particles in the air, and then bringing it into a little organ in their mouth, which I believe is called the Jacobson's organ, where they can like gather the scent particles and be like, I'm smelling this, do I smell that, maybe a little bit of this, and that just helps them gather info about their surroundings. It's your pet? Yes, she is my pet. She is a bumblebee ball python. Her name is Petra. And she likes to hide in pillows, as you can all see. Where are you going? Get back here. So, another thing, snakes, or most of them at least, like stimulation. As you can see here, I'm going to put her on the ball that she has, and she can go through it, she can roll around. Right now she isn't showing a terrible amount of interest in it. She's more interested in other things is all. She also really likes plushies, and as you can see, the pillow's over here. Did you know that in the wild, when mother snakes lay eggs, they leave the eggs there, I think? Oh, I didn't know that. I know some snakes will stay with their eggs for a little bit to like keep them warm and incubate them. Is it legal over there? Yes, it is legal to have a pet snake where I live. Most snakes, I guess some venomous snakes, you might have to have like documents. But for the type of snake she is, which is a ball python, it is totally legal. Right, Petra? Okay, let's see. Got my, oh yeah, here's another cool fact. Where? A fact is Petra really likes pillows, apparently. You stay over there. Okay, so if we zoom in over here, some snake, not some snakes. Snakes do not have eyelids. Like we have eyelids so we can blink, and so do lizards and a bunch of other animals. You could see that right there. There is a clear, kind of almost plasticky looking thing on her eye, which is actually a special scale, I believe, which will protect her eyes. She's saying hello to everyone. How do they incubate if they're cold-blooded? Well, snakes themselves are cold-blooded, but just like any other animal, if they kind of gather all the eggs, they can generate a little bit of heat, and usually ball pythons anyway are from Africa, I believe. So, right? She's just like, I don't want to listen to this. I want to go in these pillows. No pillow for you. Because what she does is she'll go over there and get stuck, and we don't want that. Oh yeah, sorry. Continue the facts. I got sidetracked for a second. Yeah, ball pythons usually will make little burrows in the ground where the temperature is obviously a little different because it's not out in the open, and that'll help keep their eggs warm. You might hear a little crinkling paper because I have some notes over here. From a random notebook that someone gave me. Snakes are kind of smart, which is our next thing. Are snakes smart? Are they not that smart? What do you think? What do you think, Petra? She says, I'm very smart. I'm a genius. Petra's pretty smart for a snake. She's definitely, what was that? Okay, maybe I take that back. But you could see she's being quite persistent trying to get over here, so she obviously, you can see that there is some brain stuff happening. Yeah. And then over here, you could see that she is rubbing against this pillow, which is another great example, rubbing against this toy she has here, that they like stimulation, and they could rub against things, they could smell things, and it's good for their brain. Right now she's playing with her oh, flip! She likes to flip it sometimes. That is a good one, Petra. Okay. Next question? Next fact. Okay, so this one is not just like all snakes. This one is just about Petra. I've seen it with other snakes too, though. She is particularly interested in screens. I'm not sure if that's because they give off like a certain heat, because obviously when you're using a device, it'll heat up, but she is very interested in like phones, computers, more like phones than any other device. I'm not sure why though. Right, Petra? Oh, she's escaping again. Where are you going? Why are you moving faster? Don't try and escape, my love. Come here. What does she like to eat, and is she very angry? Great question. She is not very angry. She is pretty calm for the most part. Obviously, just like any other human, not any other human, oh my goodness, anyone or any animal, she has her good days and she has her bad days. Let's see, I think, did I scroll past the question? Question, has she ever bit you before? Sorry, I didn't see that one when you first sent it. I think that's a few minutes ago, so sorry about that. Oh, hello. Yeah, she has bitten me 1 or 2 times when I first got her, but it was out of self-defense, and it was just like an itty-bitty little nip, so I really don't count it. Not self-defense, but she was just like, I obviously would never do anything to hurt her. She was just a little like nervous is all, because it was like, I just adopted her, new cage, new surroundings. Right? Right now, obviously, you could see she's very comfortable. She's hanging out. So that's good, right, Petra? Okay, next fact. Snakes are kind of like cats in a way that they sleep for most of the day. This is because, well, there's not really too many reasons for them to be moving around. Obviously, in the wild, they might be hunting for food, trying to find water or mates or a new home. What are you doing? I think she's trying to like push this pillow over. Oh yeah, so keep getting sidetracked. So obviously she's not obviously but okay, hold on, let me just okay, sometimes I have a little like I just get sidetracked and I have a hard time saying stuff. Okay, so trying that again. Yeah, so obviously in the wild they would be looking for food, looking for a mate, water, new home, stuff like that. She obviously has stimulation and toys and stuff in her cage, stuff to climb on, stuff to dig, all that good stuff, all those good things, right, Petra? Right, Petra? But then when she's done with those, she's like, I'm done here. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna save my energy. Can she stand or jump? She can't really stand. She doesn't have any legs. She can't really stand or jump, but I'm gonna just like demonstrate. She could kind of like, where are you going? She could kind of like pick her head up in the air, like kind of like that, but obviously I'm holding her up. But she could do it by herself. As you can see here, she was kind of lifting her head so she could climb up the pillows. She can't jump, but she can like speed up. I'm not really sure if that counts, but yeah, short answer, yeah, she really can't jump. That's okay though. Petra's great anyway. Okay, next fact. Snakes, we are gonna move you from here because I don't know what the heck you're doing. Okay, next fun fact. Snakes usually move a bit slower when they are calm. Because, oh, sorry, that noise was just this, that she pushed one of her toys like this. Snakes move a little slower when they are calm because obviously they have nothing that they need to, what the heck? Hoarding your toys. Because obviously they have nothing that they need to run away from, or they're not stressed and moving frantically. Oh my God, I need to get out of here. So you can see here, she's stretching out, playing with her toys. She's not moving terribly fast. Okay, a little fast there because she's grabbing it, but not moving terribly fast, just being very calm, hanging out. So it's a really good example of what she's doing right now. Next fact. Some snakes are so small that they almost look like worms. There is actually, I forget the name, there is actually a snake that mimics a worm. Well, I don't think it's on purpose, but they look similar to worms because they're so small you really can't see any of the details. And they're like reddish maroon color. Sorry, I gotta go. Bye. I'll watch this for facts. Thank you so much. Please don't apologize. It's absolutely fine. Thanks for tuning in for the time you did. Petra says bye. Being silly with the pillows today. Snakes are good therapy animals. Obviously, this might not work for someone with a phobia, but for some people that are anxious or get stressed out easily, a fast-moving, kind of jumpy pet like a dog or a cat. Obviously, each animal has its own personality, and this doesn't, where are you going? And this doesn't apply to all animals, but typically reptiles move a little bit slower, a little bit calmer, and they could be good for someone who needs a pet like that. You could also see she's just kind of fun to watch. Some people think reptiles are slimy. I'm sure some might be, like if they're just came out of their water bowl or something, they've been soaking. But she is very smooth. She's like so smooth that she's almost soft actually. So she's quite nice to hold. Right, Petra? Do you think I should get a snake? If so, which one do you think would be calmer around other animals like otters maybe? I definitely wouldn't recommend ever having your snake and your otters close to each other. That definitely would not be a good combination. Any two pets really, unless it's like obviously like two dogs, a cat and a dog, like stuff like that. I really wouldn't recommend having snakes near any other pets because for the snake safety and also for the other pet's safety. Because obviously if the snake gets stressed, it could bite the other animal. could bite the snake. Other than biting or like moving fast, snakes really don't have any form of defense, so that would be dangerous for both animals. If you are looking for a calm snake though, I would recommend a ball python, which is Petra, as you can see here. Where's your face? No. Oh, there it is. Yeah, as you can see, she's anti-toys. She's quite calm here, and she's really, I've said this like a billion times, but she's just a very calm animal. This is most ball pythons. In general, they are known for their very docile nature. So yeah, I would definitely recommend a ball python as a pet. They can be, or pet snake anyway, they could be a bit difficult because they need a specific amount of humidity in their cage. Humidity is a huge thing with this species. Obviously, other things too, just like any other pet, you need to do, stop it. Just like any other pet, you need to do your research and also save up a good amount of money because they can be super pricey. Petra alone, she is a morph, which is a specific, another fact here. Some snakes, I know this is the term for ball pythons, I'm not sure about other snakes. Ball pythons come in morphs, which is different colors or patterns they can come in, or different types of patterns and colors they could give babies if they lay eggs. She is a bumblebee, which is like a pretty rare but not super rare morph. So she was around $350, so obviously that could be a bit pricey. And then the cages themselves could be a couple hundred. The lights are 50 to a couple hundred, and then you have all the decorations. The food is also expensive, so definitely a pet you gotta save up for and do some research. Can you sleep with snakes like how you sleep with dogs? Oh, no. I definitely would not recommend that because obviously you could roll over and squish them in your sleep. But you can see she can just kind of, go right off the bed, and let's say she goes under the bed, she can get stuck somewhere, get hurt. And if you actually have any open areas, snakes have been known to kind of like escape and sometimes get outside of the apartment or house and like go in the walls, and you really don't see them again after that if you lose your snake. So that's pretty sad. So I would definitely recommend like having a cage for your snake. That's a necessity. Let me pet. Yeah, she's a bit cute. Pet. What is toxic for snakes to eat? Well, each snake has, hold on, it's okay. So what happened here is you could see she was moving quickly because she let go of that toy over there and she had nothing to grab onto. So she freaked out a little bit, which is why you can see, place you gently down, it's okay. You could see I have a bunch of stuff here on the bed, not just for stimulation, but for her own comfort, because you can see this blanket, very smooth, very slick, and it allows her to kind of, it's a little slippery for her. So we want to make sure that she's nice and comfortable. You can see she's gripping over there. So back to what I was saying. What is toxic for snakes? Great question, by the way. It's kind of different for each snakes. Like ball pythons can't eat eggs. I'm like 99% sure. Yeah, ball pythons cannot eat eggs. It's not good for them. I'm pretty sure they don't have the like organs and stuff in their stomach to digest eggs properly. Obviously feeding like fruit or vegetables to a snake wouldn't be toxic, but it definitely would make the snake very sick. That's not a good idea. You really squishing that toy. Crunch. This is just a dog toy I have for her. You could see she's squishing it. Crunch. Yeah, so toxic things can vary depending on what snake it is. Petra is so cute. Thank you so much. You cutie. She's definitely a cutie to me. I can understand how she might be like scary to anyone with a phobia. That's completely understandable. Also, can you name a horse? Can you name a horse coat for an edit, like brown, bay, gray, white? Okay. Sure. Sorry, there's some creaky floorboards if you hear a little bit of like weird noises in the background. Say hello? Which one do you think? Well, Petra's kind of like a tan color, so maybe like a tan or brown horse for your edit. I'm not sure if I understand really too much. So your equestrian edits official, so that's horses. I like horses. Do you like horses, Petra? She's never met a horse, so I'm not sure. That probably wouldn't be that good of a mix. Hello. Snakes are actually, fun fact, not obviously they're not all muscle, but most of their body is just a bunch of muscles to grip and move. Obviously that's how she moves. She is kind of like a caterpillar. You can see she's scrunching up and pushing forward. That's how she gets movement. But then other snakes kind of inch from like this, like one side, other side, one side, other side. They kind of walk in a way, which is pretty interesting. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Of course, glad to help. I hope your edit turns out good. I'm sure it will. Right, Petra? A lot of Petra's videos have a bunch of editing in them, so that's why sometimes... Where are you going? You are going to fall off to bed. No, thank you. That's why sometimes they're released a little late, or maybe I was using music and we ran into... careful. And we ran into an issue that we couldn't use the music, so sometimes that means I have to think up a whole new video. And then, of course, Petra could just choose, I don't want to do this, I'm not going to cooperate. And yeah. So really, it's all about how Petra's feeling that day. Okay. Then this isn't really a snake fact, but it's something kind of close. Legless lizards are, in their name, a type of lizard that doesn't have legs, and they, at first glance, they can kind of look like a snake, but you'll notice that their mouth and head shape is a bit different. So I thought that would be a fun fact. And then another one is some snakes are rainbow, actually. Well, not the snake itself, but as their name, a rainbow boa or a Brazilian rainbow boa, they have certain scales that can refract light and can make really pretty patterns and, as in their name, make rainbows. Oh, you gonna push that over? Careful. Careful. I don't want you to fall. I always get nervous if she's like kind of like grabbing something like this and she like not falls but like plops over, even though she's obviously on a bed. She's being a little silly right now. He's got a good grip on that. You might hear a little bit of rumbling in the background because we are having a thunderstorm where I live. But the skies are actually super clear. There was a rainbow out earlier, but then it started thundering again, so I'm gonna move you. Excuse me. No, thank you. Oh, it's okay. You're gonna go over here. I'm just gonna push these together because we don't want you going over here. Right, Petra? She's like, oh no, I want to go over there though. That's one of her like favorite places to go when I have her out. Right, Petra? Okay, let me look in my notebook here. Some more stuff. Here you go. Some snakes have patterns that match their environments. This is obviously camouflage, something that's pretty well known. A really good example is the gaboon viper, which is kind of colored like foliage or leaves, maybe some bark, and this is just my personal opinion, I think that their heads kind of look like leaves. They are definitely a toxic snake and should be handled with caution by a professional, but if you'd like to look up a photo, it's called a gaboon viper. Oh, Petra yawned. Yes, like I said, gaboon viper. And then you saw her yawn there. I call it a yawn, obviously, as you just saw. But what she's really doing is adjusting her jaw the same way you might stretch, rub your eyes because you're a little uncomfortable. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe your arms kind of like feeling in a funny place and you just kind of like stretch it and then it feels better. It's the same thing when she adjusts her jaw. I like to call it yawning though because I think that's cute. Right, Petra? Another fact. Pythons will have these little pits. You see these little, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to spook you. These little, I'm nowhere near her, you can see. Petra, what is this tomfoolery? I'm nowhere near you. you could see these little pits on her face, or they help her. Obviously, we have her tongue, which helps her smell, and her eyes, which she can see kind of like the heat produced by another animal. But we also have those little pits on her face, which will help her hunt, or would help her hunt prey in the wild. How long do snakes grow in the length? For example, the longest snake in the world to the shortest snake, and your snake. How wide do they grow? I believe the longest snake in the world would be an anaconda. I'm not sure what the shortest snake would be. She's about 3.5 feet long and like a good couple inches thick. So even though she's very, where are you going? Even though she's very nice and docile, she's pretty chunky. No, thank you. She's trying to get into the pillowcases. Cover this, it's blocked now. You may not enter. Are you upset now? I'm sorry. It's for your safety. This question is a little silly, so you don't have to read aloud. Do they use the restroom? Oh, that's absolutely fine. That's a good question. Yes, snakes do use the restroom. They can do, well, it kind of comes out as both ways. You obviously have the waste and the liquid. Usually it comes out at the same time, and she goes, careful. She uses the restroom about once every 2 weeks, because that's how much I feed her once. Sorry, not once every 2 weeks, once every other week. Because I feed her once, like every other week usually, depending on, like, obviously when's the last time she ate. And they also can pass gas. Yeah. Oh, you're right there. I was like, where did she go for a second? And then her little head popped out. Hello. She's all squished over there. Are you cozy on my pillow? Okay, let's find another fact. Ball pythons are sometimes referred to as royal pythons. That has to do with their history and background. That's usually the common ball pythons are referred to as royal pythons. Those are the ones you typically see at pet. Oh, where are you going? Oh, hello. She's playing peekaboo with us. Those are the ones that you would typically see at pet stores, kind of the browns and a little bit of greens, darker browns, blacks. I still think they're cool. I think all ball pythons and all snakes are great. All animals are great. Hi, Petra. Petra doesn't have much of an opinion about anything, but she's still a good girl. She has an opinion about a few things. She really likes classical music and like the music they play at like royal events. She likes shows with royalty because it's actually in the channel description. Her favorite show is anything with royalty because they play kind of like that music that they play, kind of like bum 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 bum, like when the king or the queen is introduced. She likes that kind of music. I'm not sure what category that would go under. Well, I have to go. You earned a sub because I have to go to bed since school is about to start. I have to fix my sleep schedule. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Get some sleep and have fun at school. Go to school. Do your learning. Thanks for joining. Say bye, Petra. We are going to get going in a little bit anyway because usually we end our lives at around 30 minutes. Sometimes you go a little extra. I think our longest live is 45 minutes, which is a little cuckoo. Cuckoo bananas. That's okay though, because it's fun to chat with everyone and answer questions and give out information. Come here, you. Into the middle of the bed you go. Oh yeah, if anyone is wondering, Petra is just on my bed. Because unless your snake is about to use the restroom, that may not be a good idea. Otherwise, put your snake on your bed if you want to, because it's definitely... Ooh, what are you doing? Hi, you want to come say hello? Hello. Oh, as I was saying, yeah, put your snake on your bed if you want to, or just on the floor too. That's obviously a little more dangerous because they have like some... If you have stuff on your floor, they could get into some things. Just keep an eye out is all. Keep an eye on them. But yeah, I definitely recommend putting your pet snake on your bed because it's very soft. Most snakes, I've never seen a snake that doesn't like the comfiness of a bed. Who doesn't? Beds are just great. Yeah, so you can see here she's having a fun time with some clean toys I have on the bed. playing with the pillows. The pillows on their own are just a great source of enrichment for her. She's kind of scooting around, having a great time. And then you can see she has some toys here. This is just like a dog whole ball. I'm not sure the exact name. This is like a dog chew toy, but it's like she likes to rub on it if she has an itch or a scratch she wants to get at. And then some other toys that either make noise or have texture. And then she also has some ropes and stuff she likes to grab. So yeah, a bunch of different enrichment. I do recommend, if you have toys in your snake's cage, having separate toys for inside and outside your snake's cage, because obviously inside their cages could be a little bit dirty, and we might not want that on the bed, because that could be kind of icky, right? But just like, yeah. She doesn't have too much going on up there in her brain, but she definitely can think. I believe that they do have, snakes do have a memory. It's probably not as good as a human memory, but they definitely can remember things. Well, with that, we are at 31 minutes, which is a minute over what I said, but that's a-okay. Place her down here so you can say bye, Petra. Let's go on this angle so you can see her face a little better. Thank you to everyone who joined. Thank you to the people who subscribed and are subscribed, all that stuff. Thank you so much for joining the live. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone has a good rest of their day or night. Or one person was going to school after this, or going to sleep and then going to school. So yeah, thank you to everyone who joined. Have a good day or night.